up, guys? Beastie Martin here, back from the break. And today's video is kind of rather unexpected. Oh, you can already tell by the title of this. Here it is. Months after looking for this guy, well, months after waiting for him, I looked for him in October. He didn't release. But, about time, Neca. About time. They are a little over a month wrong about their release. They were going to release this guy in October, but they never did. So, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yep. I'm finally back from my break. My God. Yeah, I'm finally back from my break. I was gonna make a video, man, but I just didn't really get a chance to. But here I am, the Neca Ultimate Halloween Ends figure. Been waiting so long for him. So long. They did a teaser for him back in June, I think. And he came out this month in November, so just got him yesterday at a local Target. They only had 2 of them to be exact, so I got kind of lucky with this guy. Bit more expensive than the others, but pretty cool. So here it is. This is the box. Got a collage. Not my favorite Halloween movie. By far one of the worst ones that has came out. I still put Rob Zombie's H2 at the worst because I hate that movie, but this is definitely the one of the worst ones that they made, but one of my new favorite looks. Not my favorite movie, but one of my new favorite looks. So here it is. So this is the box. It does open up. Got the image of the figure right there. Fantastic Neca figure. They blew this one out of the park, much like their other ones, and I think this is my favorite Neca Myers figure by far. There are some things lacking on him, but I'll get into that in a minute. And of course, you got the background, which is the sewer. I think my face was a little distorted there. Don't need to see that. Let's just put the box right there. And here he is. Waited a very long time for him. I finally found him. About time. I did not think Neca was going to start releasing these until very recently, last week, when I looked on lovely, lovely, lovely YouTube, with all these other YouTubers grabbing him so early. Guess he released up in California a lot earlier than down here. But here we are. Very, 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 very nice figure. By far the most detailed Myers figure that we've gotten. And probably my favorite. Despite him lacking in some areas, I think he's definitely worth it. He was $37 when I got him. A lot more than your average Neca. Yeah, yeah, he's pretty cool. Definitely not my favorite Halloween movie, but definitely one of my new favorite looks for Michael. I love how disgusting he looks in this movie. Just pop the head off, get a better look at that head sculpt. Does use the same ball peg as the last 2, but yeah, here it is. I have a complete trilogy now, which I think is pretty nice. Very gorgeous head sculpt by Neca. Let me fix this, actually. Yeah, there we go. Very, very nice head sculpt by Neca. Very, very nice head sculpt. It's got the blood running down the cheek there from the bullet wound, which is kind of odd. It is a little wet looking, considering that this takes place 4 years later, but it could just be me. You got the milky eye. Got the other eye in there, which is pretty nicely painted compared to the last 2 that they made. Certainly an improvement. The hair. Oh god, the hair is more disgusting than usual. You got all these black marks on the mask, man. It just looks gross. Obviously, Michael's been hiding in the sewers for 4 years. And, yeah, this is definitely what 4 years does to you. 65 years old. And, he ain't looking too well. So yeah. Yeah, this hair is very nice. Try to zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so, nice head sculpt. Neck is certainly improved. This is by far my favorite figure that they have made. Uh, besides the freaking H2 2-pack boxes right here. Besides that one, definitely my new favorite. As far as details, man, I mean, god dang, they knocked this one out of the park. Put the head to the side. Actually, I could put it back on the body. This one is a lot easier to change out. It's kind of odd, though, the inside of the mask is, like, stark white, but pop that back on. Very easy. And, look at this. His coveralls are nasty. Very disgusting. He's got bullet holes. Well, I'm not sure if those are bullet holes. I mean, they could be. Probably from kills when he got shot up by the dude wearing the tiger onesie. More than likely, yeah. He's got some noticeable damage. He's got the knife wound from Allison, where she, like, went like 3 times in him with a knife. He's got... Sorry, guys. I'm sick. He's got what looks to be 3 bullet holes right here. He does, in fact, have the pitchfork marks from Karen, who met a very unpleasant demise. Got some bullet holes right here, man. Bullet hole right there. Bullet hole right there. God dang. Poor Michael. He's very weak. Yeah. The coveralls are very nice. He does what I think that is... Yep, that is mold. You can tell. It's white. But yeah, he does have mold on his coveralls. Pretty gross. I'm not seeing any mold on the mask, though, which is kind of disappointing, but... It's still a very nasty mask. I just don't see any mold. But actually, I take that back. There is some little white speckles in there. Yep. There it is. That's what I've been looking for. Yep. It's not highly noticeable, but yeah. Definitely has mold. Oh, and another thing. Let's look at these hand sculpts. My goodness, are they gorgeous. Oh, wait. Actually, let's look at the bottom of his coveralls before we do that. Coveralls have definitely been through some things. He's got some mud caked on the bottom, and there's just, yeah, he's just tattered at this point, man. He's taking a beating. Let's take his hands off. Need a hand. One hand. Uses the same ball peg system as the last 2. Well, out of all of them, uses the same exact ball peg. Now Michael has no hands. Poor Michael, you won't be eating these. Let's look at this one first. His left hand. Oh yeah. This thing is gross. This thing is gross. Really gross. And surprisingly, these are the hands he comes with out of the box. They are gripping hands. Gripping hands. But, man, look at that detail, man. Michael has definitely been through some things, man. I mean, this is like old, dried up. Well, it looks kind of wet, which is kind of odd, but... And right away, it doesn't really transition well. Yeah, that's a big bummer. That's one thing I'm not really happy about this one, is the fact... There was another one there. It didn't have this issue, but the issue it had was with the mask. The eye holes weren't cut out properly, so that's why I didn't buy that one. I wanted to buy it, but I looked at the mask, I'm like, man... Because that one was perfect, but... This is one of the reasons why I didn't really want to get this one. But it's fine. I'm not gonna put in with this anyways. But yeah, it doesn't transition well. It just kind of stops. So that's my only gripe. Yeah, his fingers are gone. They're not bloody anymore. It's just infected and healed. It's healed, but it's very infected. Yeah, pretty nasty. And we can look at his other hand, which is also a gripping hand. This one, yeah, this is better. This is actually dried up blood. Much better. Transitions perfectly. Very veiny. He's wrinkly too, which is pretty accurate considering he's 65 years old. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, Neca. They've gotten better at their hand that they've made. Dang. Yeah. These are very tight to get on, though. Just popping on off camera. Man, okay. By the way, it's not wanting to cooperate with me. I'm having the issues I had with the 2018 figure. Let me pause. Alright, guys. I've returned. His right hand's a lot harder to get on, but I finally got him. So yeah, here it is. We've already taken a look at the figure for quite a bit now. It's right at the 10-minute mark. Okay, yeah. A lot longer than expected. Sorry about that, guys. But here we go. So let's look at the accessories he comes with. Now, this I think is the figure's biggest weakness, but it wasn't really Neca's fault, considering the fact that Michael's only in I can't remember exactly, but he's not even in the movie for 20 minutes. Big bummer. Very big bummer. Another reason why I hated it so much, considering that it's supposed to be the final movie of the trilogy, and in Into the Tale, he's not even really in it. So he couldn't really do much, therefore Neca couldn't really put much with him. So it is what it is, but here we go. So we're going to start off small and we're going to go big. We got some extra hands, which he does come with 3 of these. 2 for his left and 1 for his right. We'll go over the left hand. So we'll go over the one which I will probably display with him. Well, which I am going to display with him. And that is the more open hand. Let's get a little bit of that zoom action. Much better. Yes, this is a much better hand than that one in my opinion. Yeah, his hands, there's no more of that freaking wet blood. It actually looks good. So, yeah. Yeah, you can just see how disgusting his hand is. He's definitely been rummaging through some crap. Obviously, he's been in a town sewer for 4 years. I mean, kind of expect him to be dirty, but it looks nice. Not in a clean way, but in a really disgusting way, it looks nice. You can see the veins, and god dang, they're just stumps now. They're not even wounds. They're just stumps where his fingers used to be. And yeah, you could definitely tell these things have been through something. I mean, I can imagine how infected this would be in real life, considering that he didn't put any alcohol or anything on it. So I would imagine this is pretty gross. His hand would be really infected, considering that he doesn't wash his hands. So yeah, pretty nasty. The next hand, I'm not really sure. It kind of reminds me of the, my bad. Kind of reminds me of the bandaged left hand that came with the Kills figure, which is used for gripping the skull mask. But this one doesn't really grip anything, so I'm guessing this is a second option if you just want to have him kind of relaxed. This one looks relaxed, or you can have it going like this. This is actually more for that. You can just have him go like that, try to grab at you. This is more just relaxed. He's just kind of standing there staring at you. Really good detail, man. The hands are just so nasty on this figure. And these fingers are actually conjoined, so they're not actually able to spread apart. But yeah, dude, this guy. Whew. Gosh, and the stench, I can only imagine how bad he stinks. But yeah, pretty good. Little stumps. And of course, the final hand we get for the right hand. About time Neca did it. They gave us a relaxed hand for the right hand. Yay! Haven't seen this since the 2018 release. Not counting the Halloween 2 figures. I'm just saying in general for all the trilogy, for this entire trilogy, the kills didn't come with any at all for the right hand, which is very disappointing. But we do finally get a right hand that is relaxed. So that's good. He ain't always going to be going like this. The hand is still very gross, despite him not missing any fingers on this one. Ugh. God, the wrinkles, the freaking veins, man, they're all there. The dried up mud and blood, it's just so gross. And the black wash inside the hand, even in the crevices, man. This is gross. So yeah, Michael is a very stinky man in this movie. So that's all three of his hands. I spent a long time, but there's so much detail. The next accessories he comes with, I'll start off from light to dirty, because, oh god. He comes with 3 total knives. First one, a clean kitchen knife. Doesn't really use a clean kitchen knife in this movie, spoiler alert. He does have the rusty one in the beginning of the movie, and the final kitchen knife he wields is the bloody one that Corey used to stab his neck with. So, yeah, you know. He doesn't really use a clean kitchen knife in this movie, but for whatever reason, if you just want to have him with a clean knife, here you go. You don't have to go the nasty route, but pretty nice. One downside to this figure is that the knife itself ain't movie accurate. Big downer, because in the movie, the handle was brown, and it was a lot bigger. Like, the handle was, about that big, and it had, an odd shape to it. And the blade was a lot more shorter and stumpier. So, that's one issue. This is actually a reuse of the Kills knife. It's the exact same knife. So, Neca didn't bother to make a new knife for him. They just used the same one they used with the last one, which is very disappointing. So, that's one knife. It's not that big of a deal, but man, really. And then you get the same one, exact same knife. At least the rivets are painted in, though. I mean, they're actually there, sandwiched in between the blade. But this is the exact same knife as that one. Yeah, really good blood, though. I mean, they're not bad looking, but they're not movie accurate. That's my main issue with these. But I'm not putting it with these. There's one I'm gonna put it with. Yeah, it's pretty bloody. Yep, but it definitely ain't brown. I'm actually gonna put an image right on the screen right now, and that is the image. So yeah, the knife is very different from this, as you can tell. It doesn't have the same handle, and the blade is a lot stumpier. It's shorter. And the final knife that he comes with, which is the one I'm going to put him with, by far my favorite knife they've made for any Myers figure, the rusted kitchen knife. I love this thing. It looks so good. The handle is also different. Matching the same one he used at the end of Kills, the one they kill Karen with. I would imagine. Yep. Different handle, so. And the blade's also different. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But obviously he only uses it up until he kills he kills Nurse Deb with it. And that's the last time you see it. But by far my favorite kill in the movie. Not the glorious, but probably the most classic. But NECA certainly impressed me with this one. I mean, gosh. I don't think any of this is painted on. I think this is actually printed on. It is just a blade that has printed detail on, but they printed it in a way that it looks good. It looks real. It looks nice. It looks old. Yeah, because it's even rusted like in here. But obviously, this is the one that he pulled out of the freaking boulder to kill the cop with, so you'd imagine it'd be like this. He hasn't really used it in 4 years. And, well, it was used a lot in Kills, so kind of imagine that it's just nothing but dried up blood and rust. If you get stabbed with this thing, you're definitely going to need a tetanus shot. Because, holy crap, I mean, just one single stab with this can kill you. So I think it's so cool because it's so deadly, man. Only one stab with this thing, you're on the ground, you're dead. Unless you have a tetanus shot, which I'm not even sure will save you. But that is a pretty cool knife. He does hold it. I'm actually going to show you just what it... Oh, yeah. Looks like in the left hand, because, well, obviously he has a left hand. He doesn't really grip any knives in the movie with his left hand, but if you want him like that, there you go. You got a left hand. Holds it very well, actually. Better than the Kills. The Kills that gripping hand didn't really grip well, so it just kind of like sat there. And then of course you got the right hand. This is how I'm going to display the figure. Definitely like this. Yeah, dude, that looks good. Yeah, very nice, man. It holds it well. It looks good. And as far as hands go, yeah, this is definitely coming off. I'm not a big fan of this one. I'm going to go for more the open, relaxed hand. Actually, let's go with this. I'm actually going to change it up. I got to put a hand on, man, because these hands don't really go on that well. There we go. So, got it with this hand. There we go. Here he is. So that's a pretty good shot right there. And that's not all the accessories he comes with. He does come with a pumpkin. However, it's not exactly what you think it is. Let me pull him out of the way. It's not what you would think, though. It doesn't light up. That's another big bummer. Neca could have easily put an LED in here, but they didn't. Still a good figure, though. I mean, gosh, I can't hate on it too much, but yeah, the pumpkin does not light up. So, however, I'll show you something in a minute. It has really good detail, though. This is from the opening credits when they split open, to reveal another one. And, yeah, this is definitely a cool idea for next Halloween. I'm definitely going to do this design. But, yeah, this is definitely one, I think this is their best pumpkin that they've done. Top, it didn't seem like it at first, but then I kind of took my nail and pried it. The top is removable. And there is pumpkin guts inside. Very nice job, Neca. This is actually pretty cool. Yeah, so you can have it off, which I think is pretty nice. But I think definitely because of this, they were originally gonna. This is what it kind of would look like if it was still light up. But I think definitely they were originally gonna put a light with them, but I don't think they ever did put a light up function. Or I think they just scrapped it. But honestly, though, with there being a removable top, man, I think there was some intention of putting a light in there. But I guess Neca never just pulled the trigger. I think they were being kind of rushed in a way, with this figure, man. But yeah, it would have been nice to see an LED in here. But maybe one day I could figure out a way to fit one in here. Because I will definitely try it. Because, dude, I mean, this thing would look so cool lit up. But we just get a stationary pumpkin. I don't really light the pumpkins up anyways. My 2018 pumpkin just stays dark. I don't light it up. Because, well, I don't want to drain batteries. And I'm not going to light it up. But still would have been a nice feature, man. But here it is. And the final thing that he does include is an alternate head. A lot of people have been very skeptical about this, saying that it's the exact same head, but actually, in my opinion, I do not think it is the same head. Here's why. So, got the default head, right? Default head, alternate head. Can you spot the difference? Obviously, one difference, the eyes are blacked out on this one. The sculpt of the face, I'm not gonna lie, it looks a lot more squished on this one, whereas this one just looks kind of blank. It's a different sculpt. I'm not sure if it's me, but I think it is a different sculpt. This one just looks slightly more squished, whereas this one just kind of like stretches out. It is wider too. Another thing, and this is the biggest difference, the hair is also different. It's not the same sculpt. The hair is more flat on this one. And yeah, it's definitely a different sculpt, man. I think this is not the same head. But yeah, if you look at it from the back, see how the hair is like swooshing that way? It does the same thing, but not as much. So yeah, I think this is definitely a different sculpt. The hair isn't as poofy. As you can see, see? Look at the side right here. It's kind of flat on this one. So, pretty cool head. I think I might put him with this one. But another thing, the blood looks slightly more dried up on this one. And also the neck. Another thing I noticed. It's more ripped up on this one right here. Whereas this one is kind of just the same as the kills. So I think this is definitely a different head sculpt. I may end up putting it with this one. I do like this one though because of the eye, but I think I may put him with this one, man. This is definitely more movie accurate. But yeah, you could tell. Look, if you look underneath the mask, you'll definitely be able to see that the rip is more prominent on this one. So there's not even a rip here. It's just this. But yeah, I think this one's maybe like later in the movie or earlier in the movie. I'm not sure, but I think this one is later because it has like that giant rip there, whereas this one doesn't. But yeah, very cool heads. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this one on real quick. And the heads, again, they're very easy to swap out. I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put them with this one then. It looks more movie accurate to me, and it looks better. Yeah, very, very nice, man. Again, I love this head, but I think, for my own personal taste, I may just put him with this one. Yeah, I like this head better. So, this has been it. But before we end the video, we're going to do a few comparisons. So, let's just put this guy off to the side. And we're going to put the Halloween Kills Michael Myers. And right here. Then the 2018. So, yeah, this is the complete trilogy. This one I have issues standing up, but yeah. These are all different. Crazy how it goes from this to this. So yeah, pretty cool. Pop their heads off and just show you a head sculpt comparison. Alright, I'm back. I'm not gonna put them with any I'm not gonna take that one off. I'm just gonna use this default head that it comes with. But here it is. So got all three of the heads right here. Pretty interesting comparison. We'll just compare these two first. So this is the kills, and this is the ends. These are definitely two completely different sculpts. The neck, yeah, it's definitely more damaged on this one, and the burn is blacker. So yeah, the hair is also different. It's more flat against the head in this one. It doesn't really stick out like that. But yeah, here it is. The blood's also more dry on this, but yeah, two different sculpts. The head does seem a little bit wider, but yeah, pretty interesting. It still has the wide eye, but this one's more healed. It's not fresh. Yeah, I'm definitely digging this head sculpt more. And then, of course, gotta bring in the 2018, because why not? This is actually the alternate head that the 2018 one came with, but both heads to me are the exact same, so not much of a difference. His eyes are blacked out, but yeah, pretty drastic, man. Yeah, I actually did like the 2018 sculpt, though. I think it looked very good. But yeah, pretty cool. That is all the heads. Just take this head real quick, though. I mean, yeah, these two definitely look a little bit different. I think the split's actually open in the back, though, compared to this one. Yeah, this one, I don't know, it just reminds me of the 2018 head more, but it could just be me. And we could get the body comparison as well. Man, I'm just gonna pop the head off and take the knife out, just to compare the bodies. They all have the same articulation, so I don't think I really need to do an articulation test in this video. But if you guys would like to see, I mean, yeah. No, I'm not going to do it. But, okay, let's just compare the bodies. So, this is the ends, and this is the kills. Very interesting. I'm not going to do an articulation segment, so I'm just going to leave that out. But yeah, the bodies are very different. The blue t-shirt underneath is lighter on this one. It's darker and more aged on this one. From a side view, I think these are definitely two different bodies. Not completely, but in most ways. The gash that is seen on the shoulder right here is moved up front a little bit. Is also, different. There is some more texturing on this one. The back has none of the damage. This side has more texturing. And there's more bullet holes on this one. And, of course, the feet. They use the same boots. Pretty interesting, but yeah, they use the exact same boots. I think this one has a different shade of blue for the coveralls, and the hands are about the same skin tone. This one's a little bit darker. And, of course, you get the bandage in. So, yeah, pretty interesting. And we'll compare them to the ends. Or, no, Ultimate 2018 Myers. Probably the most drastic of changes, because this one's more clean. It just has one bullet hole, but yeah. Definitely, I think, they used a different body for this guy. Which is actually nice. They didn't completely copy the figure, but yeah. Pretty interesting, man. I think they also used the same boots from the 2018. Yeah, same boots. So yeah, pretty neat, man. Go back to normal. And here is all three of the figures side by side. So, this was it. This was the NECA Ultimate Halloween Ends figure. Thank you so much, NECA, for finally putting this guy in store shelves over down here in Texas. Yeah, there's not much else to say, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope it helped you decide on which one you want to get. I didn't really do too much, but here's all three of the figures. So if you want to pick these up for yourself, I'd recommend going to Target, because that's where I found this guy. And both of these, well, actually I got him from Walmart, but, both of these two right here I found them at Target. But, well, actually, no, I got him for Christmas. But I think my mom got him from Target, so. Yeah, so here it is. This is it. This is the NECA Ultimate Halloween Ends. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna post a few pictures of him at the end in different poses, and that'll be it for the video. So, Evil Dies Tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out. Peace out, actually.